Okay. Anything? Okay. Holy cow. Having a flipping heart
Whoever
attack.
you're messaging, send that to me.
Who's that?
Whoever you message,
Oh,
let's say you're spamming the people, send me.
right. I got it. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we are still working on this big project. And if you tried to tune in right at 10, like it should have started, we had some technical difficulties over here. I have no idea what the heck just happened. It didn't share, it didn't do whatever. I tried to be all clever and have this thing scheduled, and everything completely went south. So glad you're here. Thank you for being patient with me. I have no idea what I'm doing sometimes. So, anyways, um, I have done a lot of work since the last time I did a live stream, and for my Patreon people, I am 48 strings added since the last video you guys got. So that's sort of cool. In fact, I've actually gotten through most of it. I just have this one row here left of those that I added. As far as how long the work is, well, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so this should give you a better idea than just a few words. Check this out. This was taken a couple days ago, so it's actually a little bit longer than what this is, but this will give you a rough idea. It is insane, absolutely crazy. So yeah, that is what we have so far. It is 102 cm or 40 inches for you Americans who refuse to join the rest of this world, but that's okay. Not my fight. Anyways, um, yay. Oh, Helena's made it too. Hello, you made it this time. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's huge. It is definitely. It kind of, I don't know. I mean, I have thought about like what kind of clothing and stuff. Like I could do a skirt for Mandy, but I think it's just way too warm and humid here. I think that would just be, I think it would be awful. I think she would suffer. Uh, but yes, you could wrap yourself in this thing. It is that big. It is huge. Actually, you could wrap yourself and then some. You could have it clipped on because I'm sure you're not that big. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. And honestly, okay, so I went with a fairly complicated pattern. I get it. Um, but if you were to try this in something that you're really familiar with, I honestly believe you could do something this big, no problem. Mind you, I just was trying to go through my Instagram to find out when. It turns out I started this on the 12th of last month. So this is 1 month's worth of work to get this much done. Now, mind you, this is, for me, this is the easier part of it. This is where I'm just putting on string and just tying the knots. Later, when I have to add the string, that's what's going to slow me down considerably. And yeah, that's not really quite looking forward to that portion of it, but um, it is what it is. I mean, if you want to have something big, this is the steps you go in order to have something that big. Um, yeah. Oh no, only 4 hours. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I am I am definitely honored. I know that you tried to make it to the last few of the live sessions and weren't able to. Wow. Well, don't get yourself sick on my account, please. You know. Oh, and by the way, your bracelet is in the mail. I did mail that out a couple days ago, I think. I lose track of what day of the week it is. It seems that I'm constantly sitting in this chair with this string. It's kind of a blur, but yes, it's confirmed. It is out in the mail. I got the stamps, everything. My wife was nice and put together the whole envelope and all that kind of stuff because my handwriting is absolutely atrocious. Should not be used for anything business-like. So yes, I do have to rely on her an awful lot. Oh, so what did you guys see the intro thing? I actually got it to do the whole thing like how I start my videos. So yeah, I'm pretty kind of excited about the fact that I'm kind of learning how to do stuff now. Ah, that's not fair. I had that all planned out to be awesome. Hmm, not nice. Well, how's that? I have to work on getting my little deck thing over here figured out. It's basically a little keyboard, shortcuts to do cool stuff. So, oh, if you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe. I know the people on the list so far they are all subscribed for sure. Yeah, that was supposed to do a different effect. I don't know why. Yeah, it cut out the sound because yeah, I don't know. That was weird and unfortunate. I have to do more practice runs before I go live. I kind of thought I had it all kind of tuned in too, which is sad. But yes. But it looks like we have a number of people watching. So if you haven't already made a comment, make a comment, say hello. Ray, are you watching? Hello. You can say hi too, you know. Ray is my father-in-law's helper, and come to find out that she was watching last week's video, so. Yay, the intro looked cool. Thank you, Rainbow Haze. So yeah, like I was trying to show, I learned how to do a bunch of cool stuff with this and trying to make it where I can have, more cool things in my videos than I had. So compared to last week, yeah, I think I got a bunch of other neat stuff. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this too. So I only have so much space in front of me where this thing is, and obviously I just showed you how long it is. So part of the whole thing about like not getting your string in a bunch is to have the string that you're not using kind of pushed off to the side and where it's out of the way and not getting caught up in your stuff. So what that kind of looks like is I have a big clip at the end and it sort of loops around to the back and all that string is sitting back here on my desk. And that's what keeps it from being all tangled up or, like being messed with while I'm not actually working on that segment. So that's how I do it. It's a little, I can't really say it's a trick. It's just how I'm managing with something that's this long. So, this whole thing is set on an easel, and that is basically to make it so that way I can get up, walk away, and come back, and everything is exactly how I left it. If you're going to do something, not even necessarily this big, if you're going to work on big projects, I definitely recommend doing something like this. Now, I did make a little mod to this one. This thing used to have like a little ledge down at the bottom of it, which was meant to like work it like you could set your painting that you're going to work on. It could lean against that part. And I removed it because my string kept getting caught to it. So there was just 4 little screws that I took out and made it so that way basically I have to clip my board on here instead, but it keeps my strings from getting caught up in the corners and stuff. So just so you know, you may have to make little mods or whatever just in order to make it work out for you. Um, as far as the knotting on this, I have to say it's been getting a whole lot easier. Just becoming really familiarized with my rows and what comes in, and being able to look over to the side and be like, okay, so it's this one, and then this one. Okay, right. It's it does get easier if you're, interested in trying to figure out to do this yourself. Mind you, I do have a page over on my website, which is akaawol.com, and you can check out the tutorials. That's where it's at. I have a portfolio on my shop, which has a sale going on. You guys can go over there. You can check that out. The the on the website there is like the diagrams and stuff that I basically use to actually make this, and some of the stuff about how I started it. So if you're interested in trying to do something like this yourself, that'd probably be a good place to start. What am I looking? Why give me signals I'm missing all kind of stuff? Ah, ah, Senior Cat got lost, huh? Well, glad you still made it. Where you oh, since you're late, let me show you. Get a chance to use this one again. This is what it looks like so far. This is my progress. So yeah, I am super excited. I can't believe how much is already done, and kind of looking forward to um where it's going. Mind you, so this is, if we count the segments between where this one and then it occurs again, right? So far there are 6.5. And it was, when I designed it up and was doing the math or whatever, it's supposed to be 9 segments. So there's already 6.5 basically done. So a little bit more than 2/3 of the way, basically. And yeah, I'm completely excited at this point. uh, I was actually thinking more like a kilt, maybe. You know, it's just really humid here. I just can't imagine. Like, I guess guys with kilts get a chance to air out a little bit, but I don't know. Uh, but I do want to make some pillows and stuff. I really like, that's my next thing. I'm already like plotting in my head how to do that. I don't think these things would like fare very well in like stormy weather. When it got wet, it would get heavy, and I I think it would go really bad really quick. But yes, a tent would be gorgeous. Actually, oh, what would really be gorgeous is to do the tapestries. Have you ever seen what's the Mongolians tents? What's that called?
Yep.
A yurt. Having the inside of a yurt decorated walls with tapestries like this. That would be sexy. I like the idea of everybody uniting to make one. That's awesome. That's uh actually, I think we should all make like huge tapestries and get some museum involved, and like have our works put up on display in a museum, where kids who are just learning how to do friendship bracelets can go and be inspired and be like, you know, realize that what they're doing is something tiny but can go bigger. Because honestly, when I first did my really wide bracelets, honestly, I had never seen anybody else like it. Everybody had the little skinny, just like my little skinny bracelet, right? Um, and that's all there was. But then when I realized that I could double it, I'm like, ooh, that's pretty neat. So I made a few like that. And then I was just like, well, if I can double it, why wouldn't I, try for much bigger? And basically, I had this enough string to go 8, but there, I kind of was looking at eyeing the number 7 as some kind of spiritual number, and decided I would go with 7 loops on it. And um, yeah, I made this giant bracelet for myself, and it was cool because when I was out at the concerts and everybody was selling the little bracelets or whatever, I had the distinction of being able to show, yeah, I make my own bracelets. I can make something this big. This would cost you a small fortune, but I have all these other ones that I can sell you instead at a reasonable price. And basically sold out of everything because it gathered that much attention, and kind of liked having the big ones ever since then. Hang on, want to read comments. Uh, yeah, absolutely. A museum would be cool, even if we had to put one together ourselves. I absolutely 100% agree. Because it would be fun to well, so the portfolio part on my webpage, right? That's kind of about showing what I could do, as well as a bit of um like I use it when I let's say if I have 6 colors I want to work with, I can go into there and then do a do a search on bracelets that are 6 colors and take a look at patterns that I've done in the past, and it re-inspire myself with, oh, I could do something like that, and sometimes it's exactly the same, but just like with these new colors, or sometimes it's, oh, I could do a variation on that, and it keeps me kind of always trying to do something new. So I want to do something I haven't ever done before, so that way it can go into my portfolio and become something completely new and different. And, that's kind of how the whole thing got started in the first place. Well, that's fascinating. Was that like a school project where you went did the museum thing? Is that like college or? I keep forgetting there's a time lag. I'm used to being able to say something and whatever. Yeah, I forget there's a complete lag between just me talking and how long before you guys actually even hear it. Not sure what that's about, but it is a thing. Ooh, I like that. Like a virtual world where I saw a regular museum did something like that where you could actually use your mouse to navigate which directions you were going in. So doing a virtual one, yeah, that would be so cool. I can picture like how that would look. I remember somebody back in the 90s. It was real basic stuff, but um he was involved with a chat thing where you created an avatar, and you could walk around in this virtual world, and he'd built something like a museum or whatever like that, where there were things that meant something to him were stuck on all the walls, so you could go in to hit this space of his, and all the things were there, and the photo quality was okay, definitely of the times, but yeah, I can kind of picture there must be software available for such a thing. I'm not sure how you would host that, or how crazy it would be to actually make that happen. But that's fun. Oh, wait, more stuff. That's fun. That sounds exciting. Like, yeah, that sounds because I truly love art. I love um a lot of aspects of like artists and their time and what the different little things that were meant by the art. So yeah, actually studying that stuff, that would have been fun. I don't have the patience for schools. I want to know what I want to know now. I don't want to have to wait to get to that segment or whatever else, and I can lose interest like super fast. So last week we were talking about um, drinks, and I brought my glass. I'm just kind of feel like, yeah, now is a good time for that. I want some. So, mind you, I'm supposed to be on the diet, and I'm pretty sure that scotch is not dieting stuff. But every once in a while, I have to drink. This, kids, in case you're wondering, this is an adult sippy glass. So I got Mandy over here laughing at the side. So I'm not laughing at myself. I'm laughing at her. Oh, that's yummy. That's nice. She can see me. Ah, okay. So let's see. This one, this one. Okay. We won't tell Mandy. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, I had a friend, Mike, going back to the my high school days. My friend Mike, he did some studying of art, and he was showing me some of these like really hilariously um, old paintings. And the one that sticks out in my mind the most was it was a painting of a guy. He's kind of standing over the woman, and her glass is getting topped up, like they're drinking wine or something. And her glass is getting topped up. And you, it, when you kind of looked at the picture, if you kind of studied the whole room and the whole nature of it, you could see he was working on getting her drunk. And um, we can only assume that he's probably trying to get her enough alcohol, to be able to help take advantage of the situation. But it was fascinating to me that like if you really kind of read the room, you would see that there's this whole story going on. And I without his help, I probably wouldn't have picked up on it. And then since then, now I look at paintings differently and try to see if there is that kind of story and stuff going into them. And even like with something like this, I wanted to make it so that way. Oops, my phone's alarm. I tried to make it so that way when you stepped back and you looked at it, that the pattern wasn't too repetitive, like coming straight down. That's why I kind of basically numbered it and then made it so that way the next row was offset, was so that way if I had done this where every single row coming down was the same, I think aesthetically it would not have been quite as pleasing as what this will be, because when you look at this, it's definitely broken up. You can see that there's a repeating pattern happening, but it's broken up enough as to not being too redundant. You guys are awesome. I love the fact that you guys are having fun over there. That's cool. Uh, so if you guys have any questions, I'm definitely here for you guys. Oh, wait. I have three of my Patreon people, which let me just say thanks to everybody, all my Patreon people. But now's a good time to mention that tomorrow night I'm going to do a live chat, or I'll be available for a live chat. Anybody can that from Patreon can just take the link and come and join me, and it'll be fun. It'll be my chance to actually, say hi or see you guys, which I think would be a lot of fun. It'll be at the same time as what we started here tonight, just with a whole different link system. Won't be in YouTube. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that. Hopefully you guys can make it. Realizing that three of you guys are actually here kind of makes me think, good chance to remind you. Because, yeah, I have no idea what we'll talk about. Doesn't matter. It's for the sake of having fun, getting to actually talk to you guys and stuff. Awesome. I have no idea what time zone you're in. I'm guessing American? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I imagine this is relatively early morning for the Americans. And I kind of wanted to make it like maybe go later in my night, and so it's a little bit later in the day in America. But the problem there is that basically the way the whole routine around the house works, it's kind of by the time I'm finishing up the doing a video like this, I'm absolutely exhausted. I've been up since fairly early, and got my bicycle ride in and did a whole bunch of stuff. Got Mandy doing some meal prep work for me. And if I sound different, it's her fault, honestly. Um, she did this thing where we put hot chili patties into the pan, and holy cow, like absolutely killed my nose, yeah, absolutely brutal. Wow. Couldn't breathe, sneezing, whatever. So I might actually sound different because I think it like stripped all the phlegm and stuff out of my throat and lungs and elsewhere, I'm sure. Oh, another Canadian. That's very cool. Eastern Daylight Eastern. It should be. It's still Eastern Standard, right? Did they go daylight already? I don't know when that happens anymore. I used to live in Detroit, so I used to be Eastern Standard, Eastern Daylight. Well, depending on what time of year, but Eastern time, yes. Wow. So two of you guys are Canadians. That's pretty cool. So I just realized something hilarious. So Montreal and what's the other one? Um, yeah, I don't know what the other one is area is, but that possibly means that you guys are hockey fans. And so me mentioning Detroit, that probably doesn't bring like good happy vibes. But yes, I was from the land of the Detroit Red Wings. So, and I became a fan back when Steve Yzerman was their leader or whatever they call it. I never quite understood hockey for years, and then I ended up with a neighbor who we would hang out, drink beer, and he'd explain the whole thing to me. So not a hockey fan, really. Well, relatively understandable. It's a lot of fighting, it's a very testosterone driven sport, but I always heard that the Canadians were way more hockey fans than say people in Detroit. They used to have what's the guy, the coach? He's with his really cool suits and stuff. That dude was awesome. I used to watch the Channel 9 just because coming out of Windsor, because that guy was the coach was awesome. Yeah, see, cool. Yeah, I'm just not super big on sports. It's one of those things where, you know, if I was if I was liking a sport, then I would be more inclined to go play it than to watch somebody else because it just seems like I don't know. It's hard to imagine like really enjoying a sport as much as if you're actually playing it. So it's just the thing. So yeah, well, I'm sure like even my wife is more of a sports fan than I am. So yeah, go figure. I was I was a tall, skinny kid, awkward, clumsy. Um, so yeah, I was not good at most sports. The biggest thing I ever got into was disc golf, which is like frisbees. Had a lot of fun with that. Mind you, I was, um, sort of inebriated, and that made it a whole lot more exciting and fun. Um, yeah, that's go figure. That was a long time ago, though, guys. Oh, that's Bruins fan. That's awesome. Yeah, till basically I came along, then for whatever reason, now she doesn't watch any of the sports. Go figure, right? Is what it is. Yeah, see, sips. That's the way to do it, kids. Little sips. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, I never wanted to play basketball because I was really tall. And growing up, that was like the first thing that everybody always said to me was like, "Oh, you're so tall. Are you gonna play basketball?" And like I said, I was Bambi on ice, absolutely clumsy and awkward, and um, yeah. So the last thing I wanted to do was to go out in front of a bunch of people and try to be athletic. It just did not appeal to me at all. I am more entertaining. What did I do now? What, what did I do? Uh, yeah. I when it comes to this whole bracelet stuff, yeah, I little alcohol lubes up the whole tongue, right? That how that works? I back when I first started doing the bracelets, this was absolutely like I always enjoyed creating things. I did, needle points, I've done all kinds of stuff, but when I discovered this, um I discovered a trance-like state of tying knots, and it became my thing to just kind of zone out and make stuff. And then it was a lot of fun to go out and hang out with my friends and be like, dude, check out what I just made. And, have the whole, wow, that's so cool. And either, selling it for a couple bucks, just enough to get more string, or, sometimes just giving things away or whatever. So this became like the my sport or whatever. This became like my um thing to do. And it really kind of helped clear my head. I know I talk a little bit about my whole ADHD thing, but honestly, for me, this is as close to like a meditative thing that I can do, because it requires that logical part of my brain to keep me on focus of doing the right thing, and just shuts off like whole other parts. So it's super awesome. So what I can't do in sports, I make up for in this kind of thing. Ah, let me see if I can choose that. There. Now I don't feel like I'm having to try to shift my head around for my subscribe thing. It was starting to really bug me. Well, I'm glad you guys think I am more entertaining than sports. Actually, I suspect, like for bracelet makers, that yeah, like this would be more entertaining. Like this is like the professional level. But I honestly, like I know for a fact Rainbow Haze has made a bag before and it was awesome. And started out with a whole, I don't know if I can, I'm not sure, and then just went and made something absolutely amazing. So hopefully, like not only are you guys entertained, but hopefully you guys start to go, I could do that. I could make something cool. Because honestly, I think that all of us are more than capable of like doing this kind of stuff. And when I get to the whole adding on string and stuff, you guys get to actually see how that works if you haven't already figured it out before. Um, I think that's going to be something really amazing. I think that that's where a whole lot of other things will open up for you to make. Like I said, like pillows or relatively like anything um, that you would have a canvas to, you could make. And mind you, I'm kind of holding back on like some of my thoughts and ideas because I actually want to share that over on Monday. I actually have a note to share that over on Patreon because I have some really cool ideas I want to share with you guys. But I kind of want to keep some of the things as value to Patreon, for you to get what I'm saying. Because yes, you guys are like trying to help keep the channel going or whatever. But my way to pay you guys back is like to give you guys, different content that, not everybody's going to get. And for anybody who's thinking about being a Patreon supporter, this is the kind of stuff. I mean, I try to be really cool there. So, that's nice. My fans are like complimenting each other. You guys are awesome. Well, Helena, you have amazing stuff as well. You, I think, are the only other person I know who has taken my mask and made it better. So yeah, that's yeah. Honestly, I don't know anybody else. Honestly, if anybody's going to do a pillow first, I'm actually, my money would probably be on you. Like honestly, could see that actually happening. I think it would be amazing. And like I said, like like this kind of a pattern or something would be a real easy one to do because you just work a segment at a time. I think that would be an amazing accomplishment. So yeah, yeah. Like I said, this is really nice to see that you guys are like actually meeting each other and stuff. That's why I like honestly, if we get a chance tomorrow with the group chat thing, if you guys have cameras set up on your computer, um you guys can introduce each other yourself to each other and we can all talk and um yeah, who knows? I think it could be a lot of fun. I'm really, really looking forward to it. It wasn't you? I thought for sure. Because I thought your account was the with the C. The it is, right? I can't think of the name. I so one of the known things with ADHD is like your memory is sort of not quite like I can remember things really well. I just can't remember names. I want to say Carmen something was the name used on the Instagram account. I was absolutely certain that was you. Yeah. Now I'm really confused. Who did the mask? The other mask, it looked like, how do I describe it? It looked like right in the middle of it was a like a symbol for like toxic or something like a little face with a mask on kind of thing right in the center of it. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was one of the like I was so amazed that I had inspired somebody to actually go and make a mask and then they turned around and up the odds from what I had actually made. So yeah, I actually shared it in a video. I'm not sure what video that was now. That I did an actual where I was it was sort of like a skull, right? Yeah. Honestly I don't remember where the person was from. I honestly always associated it with Helena, but now I obviously know that I was wrong, and I have no idea. Huh? Oh, you did. So you did see it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and that's something else I was thinking about doing. Like, I need to get like um photos and stuff now that I can actually add photos into my live streams, like get some photos of stuff that you guys are making and be able to share, with the rest of the world because I think the world would like to see that. And speaking of, I actually so the other day when I was in Patreon, I was talking about the fact that I had used up all the string. Well, I have cut more string and have it up on the wall and am going through that now. So that's my setup. And the black marker things on the wall, those fold down to be hooks as well. So if I end up with a pattern that needs more colors, then I have the hooks and stuff to actually do it. I think it's a nice way of keeping things kind of organized and out of the way. Remember, kids, the trick is sips. Nice little sips. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, when I think of like how much string is into this, how many of those little bags that I was putting out there for a while could have gone into this project here alone. Like seriously, holy crap. Where so the number of strings so far is 624, and most of those bags were less than 100. So easily six of them. Yeah, incredible. And mind you, for only taking a month, I think I did pretty good. Um, like I said, I had to go back to my Instagram account to figure out when I started, but yeah, it was the 12th. So 1 month. Really? That's that's who did the one with mask? XARI crafting? If if I wasn't like in the video, I would actually go look that up now. But it still doesn't sound like the name that I remember on it. Because I remember plugging the names and stuff because I actually had to.
Yeah.
It was. Oh yeah, that's totally the one. Yeah, that's totally the one. Mandy just looked it up for me. Um, yeah, that was that was epic stuff. But I know, Helena, that I featured some of your stuff in that video though, right? Because I remember like having to like how I was doing it was I was going into the Instagram and then I was taking the usernames and cropping it out, like taking a screenshot, and then kind of cropping it out and adding it in to do the videos. Right. Yeah, right. It's not just me. Like I swear to God, that name has to have been changed or something. Like they went by something else before. Because I I know for a fact I featured stuff in videos. Whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. I don't know why people do that. I'm two things that bothers me when it comes to social media is changing the username and changing the image for the user, right? Because when you do that, like for me, I'm very visually orientated. So once I get kind of used to your name or your logo per se, um, that's what I associate is you. And then when you change one of those things, it's like in my mind somehow that's just a new person. That's somebody else. I don't know. I especially because like I associate typically like the first letter or some portion of the name, and that's it just makes it so much easier for me to associate people by that. But yeah, I don't know. So wait, you that somebody tried to be you? Wait, how did? Somebody, wait, so somebody was like trying to copy your identity by like using your name? Oh, wow. That's that's hella creepy. I don't think there's been anybody who's tried to copy my name. There are a couple other AWOLs out there. There's an AWOL YouTube guy who gives out advice on like different techniques and stuff for streaming, and yeah, he's kind of awkward to watch. There's an AWOL or maybe an AKA AWOL on Twitch who um yeah, I don't know why, whatever is what he is. But most all the rest of them are on me. Like every once in a while, I just like kind of like looking through Google and seeing like what comes back for my name. Just fun. Adding what?
within
Slytherin? Oh, well, that's no fun. So the whole goth dark thing has been kind of your thing for a while, then I take it. Ah, people are cruel. I don't get the whole if for whatever reason the name or whatever isn't your cup of tea, why be cruel? I don't. That doesn't make any sense at all to me. I don't. I don't get it. So I kind of like to know what to actually call you. So because like the whole Gothic Silent Lamb thing is a really long name. So um, but I'm kind of wondering like your work, like what is it? Do you do a lot more grayscale or like does the name actually end up reflecting in your work or what's your craft like? Because I um I haven't actually looked up like your stuff in Instagram yet or anything because I wouldn't even know where to begin. Oh. Yeah, you won't get any hate like that for that here. Um I don't I okay, I am basically homophobic, but I also believe strongly that that's whatever they do is their business and it's none of my business. So, um, as far as advocating for rights and for um, all that kind of stuff, yeah, no, absolutely for everybody to have the same rules. Even rich people, I am totally opposed to the notion that rich people get different rules than the rest of us. So, yeah, you won't find any hate for that kind of stuff here. In fact, I have lost friends over arguments in that department. Like, this one guy just insisted that the whole gay agenda was about adoption, and he just hated the notion. He thought that all children should have a male and female role and couldn't see it otherwise. And I couldn't take it. I didn't see why he had to be like that. And despite knowing him for a while and in person, not like just an online friend, to actually know him in person, nope, not cool. Yeah, amen to that too. So I'm still here. Suddenly, kind of little pause in my head for like I don't know, happy thoughts, and had a little bit of a mistake there. Kind of misdirected. The white was supposed to have gotten turned around. Noticed the error not too far in because these both needed to be orange and one was not. So, oh, I can show you something else too. Let's see, which one is it? This one. Look at that. I can zoom in and zoom back out. How cool is that? Yeah, I'm actively working to try to learn how to make this stuff work better. And I have no idea most of the time what I'm doing, but I am actively trying to learn. I'm watching less of things like the whole silly videos and more tutorials and stuff. So, yeah. Oh, and a neat side note, the my most watched recent video is the video where I was doing the top here, the basically the last video I did is actually been trending really, really well here. So kind of pretty excited about that. I need to get back to making like the Friday videos and stuff, but I just since I've been working on this, this has been my sole focus, and as a result, I have no idea what else to put into one of those kind of videos. Um, Although I'm gonna try to figure something out. I don't know. I'm not sure how long a video needs to be anymore. Like the whole way of YouTube stuff, everything is changing. Oh, John Cook, you made it. Dude, you never make it to my videos. That's awesome. Hello. Ooh, you're further out to the west. It's got to be crazy early. Holy cow. Yeah, you made it. And hey, take a look. We're actually streaming at a decent speed and stuff now. So, yay. Well, I'm absolutely happy that makes you want to not. That's a good thing. So, yeah. Yay. Well, wait, that means one, two, three, four. Yeah, that's four of you from Patreon. If you guys don't know each other, say hello. Um, John's a Patreon subscriber as well. So, well, actually, here, I can do this. And you guys can all see each other. See, there goes John. There's Selena. There's the Gothic Silent Lamb and Rainbow Haze. So, yeah, thank you guys. I'm not sure who else is. It says there's five people. Oh, I guess it's you four and Mandy. Okay. Now it makes sense. Yeah, well, Jen, wait, you We want to see progress. This is what's progress. This this is something else right here. This is 1 month of nodding. So yeah, definitely, definitely a lot of progress. You do too, Count. Kind of seems like I somehow forgot it though. It's the juice. Okay, I have my sippy cup. Ah, that's so good. All right, what's my next square? This one. So yeah, as I go down, it alternates. It goes from like the orange one to the white one to the orange one, and then after I finish this piece, it'll be the white one again. And like I said, like how this kind of breaks down becomes easier and easier over time. Oh no, I don't want to sleep on the sofa. Guys, don't get me in any more trouble than I'm already. uh, all right, so the sofa thing is there more? Oh, um, no, I honestly, to be perfectly honest, I don't remember how to actually change the image because it should be. No, it's not the Google image. It's its own YouTube one because is my Google image is the picture of it's a GIF and it's Marty Feldman looking through the mail slot from the movie Young Frankenstein. But my YouTube video one is obviously me buried in the strings, the picture that my wife actually helped me take. Yeah, I think it might be from your your YouTube homepage, but basically, and I was just talking about this earlier. That's so funny. For me, it's so much easier to like know a person by their brand, by the name and the image, that basically once I set mine things up, that was it. Like I've never changed it. This has been my image for a long time now. Yeah, I have well, okay, so I have two YouTube accounts. There is a second one of mine, and that one I was using for some friends in the US, taking videos and stuff over here. Because like if you just go like down Main Street, down Orchard Road or whatever, and you shoot a video to show friends like how gorgeous Singapore is, basically it'll get flagged for copyright because you have buildings with Louis Vuitton and whatever else. So it's like a whole weird thing. But I wanted to be able to show friends, like how beautiful Singapore was. So I have an account where if it gets in trouble or flagged for like this copyright, whatever, it does not affect this account because this is the account that I'm trying to grow and get monetized. So that's my two different accounts. So the one definitely does still, you're right, have that as the icon. How I have a second one, I'm really not sure. But John, I definitely think that you're right making it your, well, I guess it depends. Do you plan on making videos about bracelets? If not, then it doesn't matter. If you're going to, then yeah, absolutely it should reflect what your account is about. But if you're just watching other people's videos, then it doesn't need to be anything special. I mean, definitely for your Instagram, because your Instagram, you're all about showing off your works and your bracelets. And in case anybody else doesn't know this, John makes a lot of bracelets. I mean, he is absolutely a machine at making bracelets. It seems like every day I turn around that it's another post of his over there on Instagram. So if you don't follow John, you should. Actually, John, you should throw in the link here so that way they can follow you. Actually, you should all throw a link in here to whatever account you would like to have followed. Um, I would definitely, I'm definitely seeing a lot of people watching these videos like after when it's no longer live. And um, so, yeah, this would be a chance for you guys to maybe get noticed by some of my fans who are coming in and watching these videos later on. And yeah, I would really think it would be nice to be able to see if you guys shared your accounts and it'd give me a chance to kind of go through and look. I know Rainbow Haze, I know John's, and now I definitely have to go find Alina's because I'm absolutely baffled. I know that I featured some stuff, but I can't remember what anymore. And yeah, the Gothic Silent Lamb, I don't know what you make, so huh?
That's inside of it.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, share your links if that's possible. I don't know if Google blocks that or not. I certainly won't flag them or whatever if you do. Oh, I don't know if you guys could hear that if my mic was loud enough, but my Google Home just tried to pipe in with her not understanding. Okay, thank you. Her little light's still on. Okay, night night. Okay. Ah, that was a little bit creepy. Little tiny voice on the opposite side of me that Mandy is on just kind of piped in my ear like, "Ooh." Okay. So now my other drink. Yeah, you might remember this from last week. Yes. That's awesome. You guys, everybody all knows each other. That is sweet. Oh, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I just recently became aware. I just crossed over 9,000 um, subscribers on Instagram, and I'm absolutely blown away by this. I don't know if you get, well, John was one of the ones to have pointed out. I lost like 100 subscribers. It just like plummeted at one point, and I have no idea what happened. I don't know if I upset people. I don't know what on earth happened, but my numbers got really kind of low, and I kind of stopped following it so much. Didn't like want to see like how bad it was, but for some odd reason, it's turned around, and I've come back really good and strong, and gotten a lot more than what I had lost. So I'm really thankful for all of that. That's kind of fun, kind of exciting. I'm definitely not posting there every day. I really don't have any kind of content because this monstrosity is so big. and I kind of feel like there's already quite the number of photos for it. So kind of not doing that. I might do some YouTube shorts, which apparently that's a thing now. So I might do some short videos to put in for that, see how that goes. Yeah, see that's Helena's account is I swear that was the account that I thought did the mask. I'm absolutely blown away. I have no idea. Ah, so confusing. But oh, and I guess I can show this to John. So John, this is the other little video I took where I showed how I keep all the excess of string from getting tangled up because it's just basically tucked around back and behind my desk. So yeah, that's kind of clipped there, keep it kind of tucked up and out of the way. Yeah, it's the crazy part is I know that there's so much more to be added on here. Um, let's see if it's 40, if that was 48, another 48, and that'll bring me to 7, 8, 9. So 200, a little less than 250 strings left to go. And we're currently at 624. So yeah, this is by far the biggest thing I've ever made. And I don't think I'm ever going to try to top it. I don't see any reason why I would. It's huge. Yeah, I too got burned out. I don't know if you saw the video over on Patreon, but let's see. That little board behind me. Well, here, let's see if I go to there. So the little board behind me has the numbers for my subscribers and stuff on it, but I don't update it very often because I I was writing I had an Excel spreadsheet and I was putting in the numbers every day and checking and there's like this little graph thing that showed like, like if there's progress and stuff. It was giving me an ulcer. It was quite seriously just killing me. And I decided that's not how I want to live. If I can inspire one person to pick up the string and make something of their own, whether it's a small project or a huge project or whatever, if I inspire just one, that should be the win, not some arbitrary number that ends with zeros or something, because that doesn't even make any sense. Like why was I'm obsessed with numbers higher and higher? It doesn't make me any more money. It doesn't, it's I'm, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. So happy juice. Um yeah, I stopped that, and so that's now my counter. So it is what it is. I'm not even sure. Yeah, it doesn't even reflect the fact that it's over 9,000. It's 8995 was the last time I updated it. So um when will I get around to it? I don't know. I'm not overly concerned with it anymore, and I don't think anybody should get that obsessed with their own numbers. I don't think it's healthy. And I was talking about this before. I almost quit doing videos altogether because I was so stressed from the whole thing, and it was my Patreon people who it was your guys' belief in me that made me say, you know what, I'll keep doing it. And so like when at the end of my videos, when I say that, that thanks to my patrons, you guys kept the channel going, it is more than quite literal. And it wasn't just because of finances, it was about your guys' belief in me that, gave me the strength to believe in myself. So yeah, that was real deal. Yes, you did. Yes, and you were telling me to post in Instagram every day. And I was trying and I was yeah, no, I remember that. And yeah, I was stressed at the thought of trying to come up with content. Wait, I'm missing something else. Real? Which one? Friend where? There's like so much going on over in the conversation things. Oh, Wolfie Gamer. Oh, that's Shelby. Hello, Shelby. You made it. And who? Where's Riley? I can't see. Oh, hey. And Riley's here. Holy crap. We are I think we're only missing one from Patreon. All the Patreon people are here. Holy crap. That's very cool. Holy crap. So, Will, Wolfie, I told you I would be having the beverages. This is my second, in case anybody's counting. We were joking about this earlier that I was going to actually partaketh of adult beverages, and I have known. How long have I known you for, Shelby? It's been 10 years? No, longer. 12. No, it's been a really long time. Like 15, 16 years. So yes, old friend, know her from my gaming on Xbox days back when my son was just a little kid. Yeah, Halo 2. Like how long ago was that? Holy cow. Like suddenly I feel super old at like the thought of like having friends for so many years, but yeah. Wow. Oh, okay. I know this is whatever, but I just have to show her. This is, oh wait, I did show you. Wait, did I show you this? This is how awesome and big it is. That's so epic. I love it. So I have no idea why it doesn't return the little camera thing down at the bottom back to where it's supposed to be, but I'll work and try to fix all this stuff so that way everything works smoother for the next week's video. Your video is lagging? Oh no. It's over on my side, it's saying I have excellent connection, so I don't think it's mine. Yeah, anybody else experiencing lag? Is it my side? Yeah, I can't wait to see this thing finished as well because as it stands right now, this is at least 3 weeks of live videos that have been basically me working on the same thing. So I suspect like if I don't hurry up and get this thing finished, my fan base is going to hate me. But I don't know. I mean, if somebody really wants me to work on something different, they could commission me, right? Yeah. Okay, good to see that there's no lags. That's good. This is the new computer that's made it easier. John can attest. He was there for the when the video was really, really bad. So if you guys want, you could go, well, you guys are all Patreon and stuff. But for anybody else who's watching this, this is my website. It's akaawol.com. You can go over there. You can check out my tutorials, my portfolio, and especially check out the shop. There is a sale going on, which was meant to help pay for this computer that I have. It would definitely help out a lot. So yeah, but you guys all already are helping. You guys are the best. So that's awesome. Yeah, this is actually surprisingly, this is, for 1 month's worth of work, definitely really doing pretty good. I don't know. I think somehow managing to make this all work out really well. Like surprising myself actually. Yeah. Sorry? Huh. So the wife is telling me that there's now 8 people watching and only counting 7 of you guys commenting. So somebody introduce yourself, say hello. Meanwhile, this is coming along. A couple more squares to go, and then I'll have to start adding strings again. So yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. If anybody has any questions, by all means, please. What is that? A comment on regards to bond? What? Did I miss something? Oh, for working on the same thing. Yes. No. No bowing before me. No. I am just a simple man who makes lots of little knots. And I'm telling you, you guys can all do this, honestly. I am not going to be the only person to make big stuff. Actually, I kind of, in the post on my website, kind of broke down like how I built out each one of the little tiles. So you could literally go in there and take a rough whatever and come up with your own thing. If I was going to kind of redo this, let me just hit resume. So this one here in particular, I noticed that these two sides are similar. And if I had continued that sort of theme on the other ones, I would have created a little pattern within the patterns, which would have been really fun. So like that's the only things that I may have done a little bit differently, was just try to build like how I lined up these things together. That might be the thing that I would try to do differently if I was going to remake one of these. And since all of the information's there, I imagine that you guys could actually put something together yourselves. So. And the plus side for me about making something like this is I know that I'm making something for myself. I'm not pressured in how quickly I have to make it. This is not like a commission work where I'm worried about, getting it pumped out in time or something. So yeah, I'm kind of enjoying the process as well. Mind you, I wouldn't mind being done already because I do I do have some ideas, some other stuff that would be fun to put together. And for me, like not starting a new project while working on something is a huge motivation to get the first project finished. So It is relaxing. It is. It's very peaceful. You should learn to make stuff. Yeah, taking frequent breaks is not bad. Honestly, I find that there are times where, so again, ADHD, right? I will hyper focus. Like I did this earlier today. Like I seriously, I cranked out these two rows earlier today. Um, just got so into it. Then around what was it, 7:30, 8 o'clock, I I show up in the kitchen. I'm like, I should probably eat something. Like kind of a little woozy, kind of yeah. Because I hadn't had any snacks. I hadn't had anything for quite some time, and yeah. Oh, there you go. It's a zillion nuts. It sometimes feels like it. I wonder. I'm sure that it's just math, right? I could actually find out how many knots this is. You guys with your zillions, now I want to know. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 per thing times. Yeah, I'm sure okay. So for next week's video, tune in and we will find out approximately how many knots has gone into it. And it's your guys' fault because I just realized that this is totally doable. Um, I'm not going to do it right now because it'd be like watching paint dry, but I think it's doable. Yeah. So yeah, Riley, you are also one of the ones that's if I was expect anybody to do a big project, you would be it. I'm kind of interested in knowing what your next big project is. What is his name?
Mars.
Amaris? Hello, Amaris. It's a motivation to work on it. Yeah, getting your mind into it, that's like probably the biggest thing when it comes to actually doing stuff is getting mentally hyped into the whole thing. Like for me, this project itself, um, yeah, I mean, it takes a certain kind of confidence and a certain amount of I can do this that makes it even possible. So yeah, that's I absolutely agree. That's a thing. Yeah, please come join us at the thing because yes, for anybody else who's not a patron, because noticed that these people are all invited to come hang out with me with a Google Meeting or Hangout or whatever Google's calling it now. And we're going to talk patterns and share ideas and have fun. And I'd probably be sobering up because yeah, I can't keep doing this every night. Just, yeah. Anyways, um, oh no. Yeah, nothing will put you off doing knots than to have a super sore arm. That's not fun. But yes, I'd like to see what you're making. That'll be fun, Riley. I kind of look forward to that. Me personally, I'm kind of eyeing the notion of doing a pillow after this. Um, I know that the what did they call this one? Oh, dovetail. I know that the dovetail is definitely one of the patterns I want to do. Um, there's a few I'm thinking about. I'm really I don't know what'll get done first, but I know that there's going to be some pillows involved, and we have a seamstress friend who I'll probably have do the whole sewing, the back fabric onto it, and all the rest of the little bits it needs, the zipper and all that kind of stuff. Because I might be able to do some sewing by hand, but something like that, I think I want it done with a machine and by somebody who kind of knows what they're doing. Wow. Yeah, I don't know why, but somehow my vax shots never affected me at all. Not to brag or anything, but I mean, it just nothing. No, no, like my tetanus shots always end up knocking my arm out of commission. But for some odd reason, when I got the vaccine, none of that. No, no ill effects. So I got lucky, I guess. But yeah, I can relate to the whole thing because my tetanus shots always do that to me. Yes, absolutely. You could wash it. So this is the same stuff as making the bracelets, right? And I wear those things 24/7 in the shower, everything. And like thicker work like this, it lasts like well, the bracelet I made on the flight over here to Singapore, it lasted me like 6 years. So absolutely machine washable, the whole nine. Um, Itchy? I don't think so because again, I wear the bracelets; those don't itch. Um, it's only real stiff before it gets washed the first time. After that, it becomes softer. So no, I think no, I think that a pillow like out of this. My mom used to do Bargello. Uh, Rainbow Haze and I were talking about this before. Bargello is a very 70s look, and my mom used to do this in needlepoint, and we used to have her pillows and stuff on the couch. And those were, I think, when doing the needlepoint, it's more like a wool, so those were a little bit itchy. But my mom would wash it and do the machine or whatever, and then boom, it was nice, you know. And fun colors and stuff. My mom used to do a lot of like real autumn colors. So yeah, it looked really nice. I guess that was a 70s thing, right? The more autumn colors, the kind of rusts and that kind of stuff. Yeah. I love my fans. You guys are like the best, like helping each other and stuff. That's You guys are awesome. I wouldn't have thought about the ice, but that's a great idea. Yeah. I know that for symptoms with it over here, we get videos and when we were getting the shots, we were told that if there was any problem to take paracetamol, which is basically the same stuff that's in Tylenol or um, what's ours called? Panadol. So you can take something like that, and it's supposed to help with ease the pain. Still have 8 people. That's awesome. This is cool. So my plan is to do live videos on Saturdays. Um, Possibly looking at maybe doing another time during the week, but for right now, I think Saturdays is kind of good, kind of, keep me from, burnout or whatever. Um, going to try to come up with videos for Fridays again, like regular videos, not live streams for Fridays. Um, Again, it's kind of depends on whether or not I work out a good topic and can work it out. And then I'm doing the short videos and stuff for Patreon on weekdays. So that's kind of the plan. As far as how frequently I'll do like the live chat things, I'm really not sure yet. Because I don't want to burn you guys out either. I mean, I get like early hours and trying to wake up, and it's not can't be fun. But yeah, try to work out like maybe once a month we can do kind of the meetup thing, and maybe I can make it later in the day if that works for you guys. I mean, you guys have to let me know because yeah, I have no clue. I'm not, up until tonight I didn't know where some of you guys even lived. So yeah, thank you, Rainbow. Oh, that's so weird. I thought okay, so I don't know much about Canada. Like, is it possible that one, like, I know Canada kind of splits up into like what, four different segments or whatever? Is it possible that like different segments don't get treated the same? I feel like I'm butting in on your guys' conversation. I'm sorry. I'll just be back here with my apple cider. No, I can't. I shouldn't say that. That's what Roomy officials, right? That's his thing. It's just cider. I kind of notice my eyes are just like a little bit more closed than they were before. Yes. Provinces, that was the word. Yes. Yeah, so provinces don't necessarily send out the same information and that stuff. That's what I was thinking. Elena, I hope you find time to do nuts as well. Just remember though, even just doing a little bit here and there is still progress. You don't have to finish everything all at once. I like I like how it's turning into like everybody else is having their own little conversations. Irina, John's asking you a question. Actually, I already know the answer to that. Yes, she is taking a little break because she's was getting pretty burned out with the whole thing. And yeah, definitely kudos for recognizing when you've had too much. Um, don't if you if this is your hobby, this is the thing that you love to make. Um, make it your hobby, make it the thing that you love. When you try to turn it into a business and you try to go full on, it can burn you out a bit. And I know this personally that like well, last year when I was trying to really go crazy and have videos all the time and working so hard, um, the frustration levels were immense, and it was too much. And yeah, yeah, she's doing cross stitch, but I'm trying to get her to do Bargello. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I didn't know you guys actually knew each other like that. That's awesome. So yeah, I was telling Rainbow Haze that she should do Bargello, or at least take a look at the patterns. Like personally, I could kind of imagine doing Bargello on um the cross stitch type size fabric instead of like the needlepoint one, which is bigger, because it would be so much smaller and more intricate. And I don't know. I just picture how awesome that would be. And if I take a break from knotting, I think that's totally what I'm gonna do. It's so awesome. I can't believe it feels like all of a sudden like this is we're all just fam around here. This is family. That's nice. I love it. Everybody just knows one another. We all can come together while I'm making stuff and chat. This is cool. I don't need any help there. Ask my wife. Uh, I got my wife to purchase all the string needed to make this after having only months before got a package of 8 kg of embroidery floss. Yeah, I do not need any additional encouragement on buying string and craft stuff in general. No, 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 no. Barcelona, I think, like I said, I want to do it in smaller. I want to use this string, but do it smaller. I have a lot of string.
You need more than three things.
Oh, I have some black stuff around here somewhere. The fabric, like the cross stitch stuff. So my wife is like, "You're gonna need more supplies, aren't you?" Like, no, I have black fabric that is meant for cross stitch, which I was going to use like the leftover scrap string from leftover stuff and just do something psychedelic weird. Um, but yeah, like after having talked to Rainbow Haze and started talking about the whole Bargello thing, like kind of got my whole interest piqued in the whole notion that, yeah, wouldn't it be cool to have something, I don't know, hang it up on the wall back here, oh, back over on this side somewhere, hang up something that's all psychedelic well, not 60s, 70s ish stuff up on my wall. Be fun. Yeah, we might have the advantage of being a lot closer, and I don't know why, but it didn't take very long. When the order went in for this, I was like not sure if I should even like talk about um the ideas for the project, what was happening. But the next thing I know, it was already here. It was like so fast. But I do know, like, well, I suspect with the whole airlines not running as frequently as they used to, I suspect that's a whole thing because I'm waiting on the sleep mask thing, the big one, the Mantis, I think it's called, from shipping out of Texas. And um, it's been a good month already of waiting and waiting for that to show up. So yeah, I think transport between the continents right now is particularly slower. Just is what it is. Nothing we could do about it. But oh, and I know that another one of the pillows I plan on making, um, Rainbow Haze had put me onto some we used to call it day glow. What's the fluorescent, I guess, strings? The stuff that glows under a black light or the what do you guys call the black lights? The UV lights, the stuff that glows underneath those. I have a bunch of that string and kind of I'm not sure what the pattern would look like or what I would do with it, but I know for a fact that one of my pillows is going to be highlighted in that string. Um, just because I really like how that looks with the black light thing. I don't know that I'll ever have a black light in my home, but it's yeah, it could happen. 10 days, that's wow. Yeah, that's when you absolutely positively have to craft overnight. Uh, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's just on the edge here. That's my airplane trolley full of floss. And if this thing starts to get low, I start to get a little twitchy. So fortunately for me, my wife has kept it topped up pretty well. I honestly, I don't know what I would do with myself if I like ran out of string today. I don't know what would happen. I can't imagine. It would be bad. It would be very bad. I I know that there's not enough of the adult beverage in that bottle to save me.
And
These?
no,
What do you want?
the stage event.
These?
Yes.
Right, kind of with little being over. Oh, this one? Wait, let's go to the Just Me cam. Yes, it does that. It's baked into the system. I can't help it. This one, the high schooler. Yes, this would look cool glowing for sure. That would be very cool. Eh, It'd be hard to do as a pillow though, because the reason this works is that the browns are going in one direction and that the gray is going the opposite direction. So if I was to do this, I would literally have to make the pillow all the way around. Whereas what I'm thinking about with this is just doing one big square and then sewing fabric on the other side of it. So it's definitely something to think about. Definitely something to think about. I will take that into consideration. So trying to trying to picture how that would work. Because yeah, it definitely does not use the colors equally. That's for sure. Um, the brown was getting used up way, way more. Yes. Okay. Yes, I think crocheted cookie. Well, I'm going. Okay, so hang on. Let me find my pen. Notes for next week. Remind me what the other thing was. I said, oh, number of knots and how my mom's pillows were made. So basically, if I was to try to describe this, if you can picture this in your head, okay? Picture my mom took needlepoint canvas, which looks like the screen material you would put on your screen door. It's like that, right? And she would do this thing where you come in one hole, skip three, go in the fifth one, and keep doing that repetitively around, and it just makes these intense patterns. If you've never seen it, just Google Bargello. Um, don't ask me how to spell it. I have no idea. But so she would make these things, and it would be a big square, right? And then she would sew um, velour. I think that's the name of the fabric. It's like really soft to the touch, like really crazy awesome feel stuff. She would sew that on the back, and then okay, so it's a square, right? Right across through the middle would be where she'd have the zipper, and then you would like undo the zipper and pull the whole thing out, and that way you could put it into the wash because you didn't want the squishy part getting wet because it's so much harder to dry or whatever. And then you pull it back, put it back together as a pillow again. That's what my mom used to make. And that's how I'm envisioning this, is that this is so much like a canvas that it would be a lot like the needlepoint that my mom was making, as far as how it felt and how it would, whatever. Actually, I think it would end up being a little bit softer because it's out of cotton and not wool. Um, and then just having like fabric sewn on there, and then the squishy stuff is actually an undecorated little pillow that you cram inside. So that's how I'm picturing it. That's what I'm planning on making. Um, I do picture the possibility of, okay, so how this might work out, the Space Invader thing. I do picture making some like round pillows, so that way like the caps on both ends would be fabric, and then one of them gets a zipper kind of going straight across where you cram in
the content. So maybe that might work. I'd really like it to be a, you know, flat going across the whole pillow, like just a square pillow like the game, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I will explore the idea. I'm kind of feeling very creative. I got the creative juices are flowing. Um, yeah, we'll work on that. I made my wife laugh. That was bonus. So, do any of you guys actually know how to crochet? Just a quick question poll of the group here. Honestly, it's a skill I would like to know how to do because I know that um, it goes really, really quickly. So I kind of feel that with my artistic abilities for putting things together, that it's something that if I learned how to do it, I could probably come up with some pretty cool stuff. Hmm. Yeah, I tried it, and for me, my biggest problem was the tension because I did these bracelets for so long, and I keep everything so tight that if I do a little bit or whatever, I can't get the hook to go back through there. It's just, I just can't do it. Oh, that's kind of cool. My wife said that was warm. Um, Making blankets, that was something I started knitting a blanket not long after I had gotten here in Singapore. I was very ambitious, and knitting is one of my other like um, whatever talents that keeps me occupied or whatever. And it turns out that in a hot, humid environment like we have here in Singapore, that having part of a blanket sitting on your lap while you're working is not good. And yeah, it's still here somewhere. I don't know. It's never gonna get finished though. I mind you, in the US, I had crazy awesome scarves with cable stitch, where it looks like a chain running through it. I had all kinds of like gorgeous scarves that I used to wear to work. Um, yeah, I have no need for that stuff now. It's This won't make sense to the Americans. It's typically 32, 33 degrees every day, which I think I think that's like 90 degrees if I'm not mistaken, so give or take. Um, and then the coldest it ever gets is like maybe 24, which again, this is just a guess. It's somewhere, huh? Is like 75. Yeah. That's like the coolest it gets at night. And even that's not even like all the time. That's like seasonal, like if we're getting rain and stuff. Otherwise, the nights can still be easily up in the 80s and stuff. So yeah, no need for scarves, no need for like honestly, I think in the last 3 months I may have wore jeans once and that was we were going to go to see a movie. Actually, right over here, we went to go see the new Shin-Chan movie. So because somebody here, not saying who, likes to put the air conditioner up damn cold at night, causing poor little me to yo. So yes, no, I do require a blanket to sleep. All right, see you next time, or watch the video after it comes out because it'll be still here. But good night. Yes, no, I do require a blanket to sleep. Even that goes way back to childhood. Like that's a comfort thing. Like I have to have a blanket to sleep, even if it's hot out. I could be a puddle of sweat underneath it. I still need a blanket. And I thought it would be nice to, show my wife, like, I made something nice for you. And it was pretty colors. Yeah. Yeah. More craft supplies that never got used. I tried. I really did. I tried so hard. So, this is amazing. Um, I'm not exactly sure. I wish I should have looked at the video that I did for you guys over on Patreon. I should have taken a look to see where I left off. I think I was somewhere in here yesterday. I'm not sure, but these rows are already all done up now. That's I'm pretty impressed. That went quick. Playing Steven too? Okay. Night night. Get some rest. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. But yeah, I think this is going to be it for me as well because ta-da! I did it. I completed the whole row. That's awesome. I was not planning on doing 2 hours tonight. And yet here I am. So I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Oh, Riley's back. I'm sorry, Riley. I'm just about ready to wrap this up. I'm just about to thank all my Patreon people. You guys make this happen. So thank you. And yeah, this is as far as I can go for today. So yeah. And yeah, for my Patreon people, tomorrow will be my first attempt on doing the Hangouts thing. I'm really looking forward to it. I will make sure to put a link over on Patreon again tomorrow, just so you guys have it. And I look forward to seeing you guys then. So yeah. So all right. Well, good night to everybody, and I will see you guys soon. So until next time.